Hi, dear children. How are you doing? Are you all studying well? Now, let us continue with our class. Today, we will learn about the properties of whole numbers. The properties are closure property, commutative property, associative property, and distributive property of multiplication over addition and subtraction. We will begin with closure property. Can each one of you listening to my class take any two whole numbers and add them? Have you done? Is the result a whole number? Now, let's check it with another three examples. Look at the first one. It is 2 plus 3, which is equal to 5. Second one is 8 plus 5, which is equal to 13. And the last one is 67 plus 33 is equal to 100. We know that 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 67, 33 and 100 are whole numbers. So, are the sum of these numbers whole numbers? Yes, isn't it? We know that 5, 13 and 100 are whole numbers. So, the sum is a whole number. So, we can say that when we add two or more whole numbers, we get a whole number. What about the case of multiplication? Can you all check the two numbers? The first one given here is 5 and 4. 5 into 4 is equal to 20. We know that 5, 4 and 20 are whole numbers. So we can say that the product, that is 20, is a whole number. Now look at the next two examples. They are 18 and 5. 18 into 5 we get the answer as 90. So 18, 5 are whole numbers and 90 is also a whole number. Consider the next one. It is 45 and 6. 45 and 6 are whole numbers. When we multiply them, we get the answer as 270. And this is also an whole number. So, when we are looking into these examples, we can say that when we multiply two or more whole numbers, we get a whole numbers. So, in general, we can say that whole numbers are closed under addition and multiplication. Is this a case of subtraction and division? Now, look at the problems. The first table shows the operation of subtraction of whole numbers. In that, the first one is 3 minus 1, which is equal to 2. We know that 2 is a whole number. And what about the next one? It is 5 minus 6, which is equal to minus 1. Minus 1 is not a whole number. We know that negative numbers are not included in whole numbers. So, the difference is not a whole number. What about the next one? It is 11 minus 19 and the answer is minus 8, which is again not a whole number. So, we can say that subtraction is not closed. Now, let's check whether whole numbers are closed under division. In this, the first question is 8 divided by 2. And we know that the answer is 4. So, 4 is a whole number. Again, what about 12 divided by 5? Have we got an answer? It is a fraction and that is not a whole number. So, we can say that whole numbers are not closed under the operations subtraction and division. Our next property is commutative property. Commutative property states that for any two whole numbers a and b, a plus b is equal to b plus a. For any two whole numbers a and b, a plus b is equal to b plus a. Okay, we can do an example. Consider the numbers 5 and 2. we are going to add this. And we are adding this on a number line. So, first we have to move from 0 to 5. Then 5 plus 2 means we have to move 2 more times. 1, 2. So that we have reached at 7. So 5 plus 2, we got the answer as 7. Then what about when we are interchanging these numbers? That means what about the result when we are adding 2 and 5? Let's check. So we have to move from 0 to 2 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have shifted or moved 5 times so that we have reached at 7. So here also we got the answer as 7 and in both the cases we got the answer as 7. That means 5 plus 2 is equal to 2 plus 5. This is the commutative property. For any two numbers a and b, a plus b is equal to b plus a. So we get the same result even we have interchanged these numbers. Now what about multiplication? Let's take the example of 2 into 3. So for doing that we have to move from 0 to 2. Then how many times you have to move? 3 times. 1, 2 and 3. Now we have reached at 6. So 2 into 3 we got the answer as 6. Now what about when we are interchanging these? That means 3 into 2. So we have to move from 0 to 3. How many times we have to move? It is for 2 times. So 1 time then 2 times. We have reached at 6. So here also we have got the answer as 6. That means 2 into 3 is equal to 3 into 2. That means we have got the same result even if we have interchanged these numbers. Look at the examples. The first one is 4 plus 5 which is equal to 9. Again 5 plus 4 also is equal to 9. So that we can say 4 plus 5 is equal to 5 plus 4. The second one is 1 plus 7 which is equal to 8. Again 7 plus 1 that is also 8. So 1 plus 7 is equal to 7 plus 1. Then what about the third one? It is 7 into 3. 7 into 3 is equal to 21. Then what about 3 into 7? It is also 21. So we can say that 7 into 3 is equal to 3 into 7. Then what about the next one? 4 into 6 which is equal to 24. And again 6 into 4 is also equal to 24. So that we can say 4 into 6 equal to 6 into 4. So we get the same result even if we have interchanged the numbers. This is what the commutative property says. You can add two numbers in any order. You can multiply two numbers in any order. That means addition and multiplication are commutative for whole numbers. What about subtraction and division? Let us do examples. Consider the numbers 5 and 2. If we are subtracting these, what we will get? We will get the answer as 3. Now let's interchange these numbers. It is 2 minus 5. We will get the answer as minus 3. 3 is not equal to minus 3. So 5 minus 2 is not equal to 2 minus 5. Let's again do another one. Consider the numbers 7 and 4. When we are subtracting these, we get the answer as 3. And how about when we are interchanging these? 4 minus 7, we get the answer as minus 3. So here also the result is not same. So we can say that subtraction is not commutative. Then what about division? Consider the number 6 divided by 3. We get the answer as 2. Then let's interchange 3 divided by 6. We'll get the answer as 1 by 2. 2 is not equal to 1 by 2. Or that means 6 divided by 3 not equal to 3 divided by 6. Let's do another one. Consider 25 divided by 5. We'll get the answer as 5. Then how about interchanging them? 5 divided by 25. We'll get the answer as 1 by 5. So 5 is not equal to 1 by 5. Or that means 25 divided by 5 is not equal to 5 divided by 25. So we can say that division is not commutative. So subtraction and division are not commutative. This will be for today. For the next class, we will study about the next two properties. All of you study well. Thank you. Have a nice day.